At noon, what's next for a redistricting reform bill after the now partisan plan was passed by the state assembly? Plus, President Biden addresses a historic labor strike as United Auto Workers hit the picket lines. This is News 3 Now at noon. A new redistricting bill now heads to Wisconsin's Senate after the Republican-controlled Assembly passed the nonpartisan plan late last night. The measure takes the power of drawing maps away from lawmakers to nonpartisan staff. GOP leaders are hoping to prevent the newly liberally controlled Wisconsin Supreme Court from throwing out the Republican-drawn maps. They're believed to be some of the most gerrymandered maps in the country. Governor Tony Evers will have to sign the plan before it becomes law, but he has promised to veto it. A Verona area high school student is facing tentative charges after police say he sexually assaulted another student at school. School officials called police around noon yesterday after another student reported the assault. They said it happened in a school restroom. The suspect was arrested and is now facing tentative charges of first-degree sexual assault. Police say the incident was isolated to the two students. Let's head out to the weather patio now. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at our first warm forecast. A nice warm day out there.
Yeah, today is going to be very nice. Temperatures may even climb into the lower 80s for some areas. Right now, we are seeing a lot of sunshine, but a few more clouds than what we saw yesterday. And temperatures are very comfortable, 72 in Madison. And if we look at the temperatures across our area, we are mostly in the 70s, with some areas still in the 60s. But our entire region will at least get to the 70s at some point today. Now, looking at the forecast for this afternoon, Madison will see a high of around 77. But as I mentioned, some areas may even creep into the lower 80s. Now, we also are going to see clouds increase throughout the day. And if we look at the current radar, we are seeing some showers off to the north and west. Now, the northern and western portions of our region could see some showers later today, but then tomorrow, our entire area will likely see some rain. I'll talk about that later, but first, here's a look at the forecast for this evening. Temperatures will be very pleasant, lower 70s, upper 60s, and then during the overnight hours, we're going to see temperatures dropping to only around 60 degrees, so it is going to be a bit warmer than the last couple of nights, and we could see some light showers tonight, but a better chance of rain tomorrow. I'll talk more in detail about the timing of the rain coming up a bit later in the show.
Okay, we have a Badger game tomorrow afternoon, so that might be impacted.
Yeah, it probably will at some. There'll probably be some rain at some point during the game.
All right, we'll check back with you later. Thank you, Jacob. Happening now for the first time in history, United Auto Workers are on strike after the union failed to reach a deal with Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. Natalie Brand explains how much the strike could cost the economy.
With auto workers on the picket line instead of the assembly line, President Biden addressed the biggest labor action of his presidency.
It's my hope that the parties can return to the negotiation table to forge a win-win agreement. To continue our active engagement, I'm dispatching 2 members of my team to Detroit.
The big 3 automakers, Ford, GM, and Stellantis, are making record profits.
Record corporate profits, which they have, should be shared by record contracts for the UAW.
The United Auto Workers Union is asking for a 40% pay hike. Automakers have offered half that. The UAW is also seeking a shorter work week and a return of pension plans.
For the life of the contract, the initial demands were over $100 billion. We still have a ways to go with the offer they put on the table last night.
GM CEO Mary Barra told CBS News the companies need to step up their investment in new technology as vehicles transition from gas to EV. Negotiations are on hold until Saturday. Economists say with each day of the strike, more ripple effects will be felt, impacting all Americans.
The best estimates that we've seen as far as the cost of this strike, it could potentially be upwards of $5 billion of total damage in the first 10 days.
It's also a tricky political problem for the president, who has called himself the most pro-union president in American history. But he's also banking on an improving economy as he runs for re-election. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And President Biden talked with both union reps and company executives last night ahead of the strike, and he's likely to continue to talk with both parties until the strike comes to a resolution. Meanwhile, strike talks in Hollywood could resume next week. The Writers Guild reached out to studios on Wednesday, that is, requesting a return to the bargaining table. The two sides have been at a stalemate over a number of issues since May. That includes the number of writers employed on shows, residuals from streaming services, and how to handle AI technology. Now in its 5th month, the strike is one of the longest in history of the Writers Guild. President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, could face up to 25 years in prison after a grand jury charged him with 3 felony gun charges. Hunter Biden's accused of making a false and fictitious statement about his drug use on a federal gun form and to a firearms dealer. The 3rd count alleges he knowingly had the gun while on drugs. Hunter Biden has openly admitted his past struggle with addiction.
If he gets convicted on these charges, I would think it is likely that he winds up serving some period of time in jail.
Hunter had previously reached a plea deal that avoided prosecution, but that deal collapsed this summer. A New York judge has put a temporary hold on a civil fraud trial against former President Trump. The judge agreed to an emergency request by lawyers for Trump, his eldest son, and the Trump Organization to slow down litigation until the lower court judge overseeing the case rules on a key issue. Oral arguments on pre-trial motions filed by both Trump's team and the prosecution are scheduled for September 22nd. The trial is set for October 2nd. The 3rd Republican presidential primary debate will be held in Miami in early November. NBC News and Salem Media are reportedly in talks to host it. The first GOP debate of this year took place in Milwaukee last month. The second set to take place at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California on September 27th. No word yet on the debate qualifying criteria for the Miami event. The Senate is looking into the Coast Guard's handling of sexual assaults. The move follows a years-long secret investigation that uncovered reports of rapes, sexual assaults, and other misconduct at the agency's academy that had been ignored. Some lawmakers say they were outraged that the Coast Guard withheld the findings from them for years. The agency has launched its own review of policies on assault and harassment. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, why thousands of children's water bead activity kits are being recalled. Plus, Delta is limiting a popular perk that gives some people access to its Sky Club lounges. That's next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
They said millions would lose their jobs and the economy would collapse. But this president refused to let that happen. Instead, he got to work, fixing supply chains, fighting corporate greed, passing laws to lower the cost of medicine, cut utility bills, and make us more energy independent. Today, inflation is down to 3%, unemployment the lowest in decades. There's more to do, but President Biden is getting results that matter.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Save on your next painting project with 11% off everything at Menards. Freshen up your home with Dutch Boy Forever Interior Paint. It features Arm & Hammer odor-eliminating technology. A gallon starts at $29.98 after rebate. Platinum Plus is an ultra-premium interior paint and primer in one that offers a scrubbable finish that covers in one coat in over 800 colors. Pick up a gallon today starting at $36.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake. And we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today for a free consultation.
How can you make a difference in the world when there is so much need?
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Think about someone in your life who helped you get where you are today. A mentor assures young people that someone cares. and makes them feel like they matter. Learn about mentorship opportunities in the 608 at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
More than 50,000 Chuckle and Roar Ultimate Water Beads activity kits are being recalled after a 10-month-old child died from swallowing the beads and a 9-month-old was seriously injured also from ingesting the beads. Water beads are crystals that grow when put in water. The recalled kits made by Buffalo Games were sold exclusively at Target from March through November of last year. And Delta is limiting a popular perk that allows American Express and other premium cardholders access to its Sky Club lounges. The Atlanta-based airline says the move is aimed to reduce crowding. Starting in February 2025, Delta will cap American Express Platinum cardholders to 6 visits per year and Delta Reserve American Express cardholders to 10. Basic economy flyers will no longer be admitted regardless of their premium cardholder status. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Checking Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrial is down 186 points, the NASDAQ off 165, the S&P 500 down 37. 45,000 e-bikes are being recalled over an issue with mechanical brakes. The brand is called Electric Bikes. The company says the e-bike's mechanical disc brake calipers can cause riders to lose control. Certain models bought between November of last year and May of this year are included in the recall. The bike's model name is printed on the rear rack. You can get a free repair kit from electricbike.com. Just click on the recall button. A survey by U.S. News & World Report found 42% of college students are carrying credit card debt. For 28% of them, that debt exceeds $2,000. Credit card expert Beverly Harzog says the majority of students in debt didn't get there with impulse spending. Nearly half say they used their cards for school-related expenses like books and fees. The other half say they need it for living expenses.
I think this is where parents can really step in, make sure they understand how personal finance works so that they're prepared.
Herzog says if possible, students should avoid using the credit card until they can pay off the balance. Experts say it's also important to create a budget and set up an auto pay so you don't miss a payment. Our Call for Action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. We have today's egg prices next, along with Jacob's weekend forecast. And then today on Live at 4, travel correspondent Wendy Gillette checks out some unexpected wine hotspots all over the world.
Don't miss the spectacular September mattress savings at Ashley. Queen mattresses up to 75% off. Get a Serta Perfect Sleeper, 2 pillows, and 4-piece sheet set for only $14 a month. Plus, fast free delivery on in-stock items. Only at Ashley.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing AbEX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime. And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
Don't miss the spectacular September savings at Ashley. Everything is on sale with discounts up to 75% off. Save on sofas, sectionals, bedroom sets, and more. Plus, fast free delivery on in-stock items. All at Ashley.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Khloe Kardashian is always game for a good time. I got inspired by all those model walks. Then a powerhouse performance by The War and Tree.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report out of the radio barn today. She'll be back on Monday, so here are your farm numbers. Well, it's that time of the year when health experts are concerned the country could see another triple-demic. That's when COVID-19, flu, and RSV circulate at the same time. But as Haley Ott tells us, the U.S. has more tools than ever before to try to keep people healthy.
Federal health officials are getting the word out that Americans should get protected this fall.
The prevailing notion had been that COVID, flu, and RSV ruled our lives. This is the year that we can turn the tables on all 3 of those respiratory infectious diseases.
Dr. Neerav Shah with the CDC says that's because we have more tools now to fight back. Earlier this week, the CDC recommended everyone 6 months and older get an updated COVID-19 vaccine as cases and hospitalizations increase. Those vaccines should be available in the coming days. As for RSV,
we've started to see an uptick in some parts of the country in the Southeast when it comes to RSV. If you're over the age of 60 or you have a young child, now is a right time to talk with your doctor, talk with your pharmacist about getting the RSV vaccine or immunization.
An FDA-approved RSV vaccine is also available for pregnant people to protect infants.
Flu cases remain low for now, but the CDC expects activity to increase in the coming weeks.
Early data from the Southern Hemisphere's 2023 flu season shows vaccines reduced flu-related hospitalizations by 52%.
They had a moderately severe flu experience, and fortunately, the viruses that were circulating down under match very nicely what's in the vaccine this year.
It's recommended everyone 6 months of age and older get a flu vaccine, ideally in September or October. Haley Ott, CBS News, New York.
And high-dose flu vaccines are available for older adults. Seniors are at a higher risk of flu complications, and their immune systems may not respond as well to a typical flu shot. Well, some of us could see rain later today or tonight for high school football. Here's Jacob with a look at the complete forecast.
Well, you're kind of right. Some parts of our area could actually see some rain later today as well, but a good chance of rain for tomorrow for our entire area. Now, the good news is that temperatures are going to be comfortable after the rainfall, maybe a bit chilly at times to start next week, but then towards the middle of the week, we'll see some pretty warm temperatures as highs get close to, if not above 80 degrees for a lot of the area. Now, looking at the current radar, there is some rain off to the north and west. As this rain moves closer to our region, it's going to dissipate a little bit, but northern and western portions of our area could definitely see some showers later this evening. Madison will probably be dry as the rain dissipates as it moves closer, but definitely don't be surprised if you see a few sprinkles this evening, and that includes the overnight hours. Now tomorrow, that's the better chance of rain as we will begin to see some showers and storms developed in the western portion of our area in the late morning and early afternoon. And then right in the middle of the afternoon hours is when we will likely see some pop-up showers and storms across Madison, Monroe, Janesville, a lot of the central portion of our area. Places near central Wisconsin, not as likely to see the rain tomorrow, but definitely the rain is still possible. Then as we get into the evening hours, most of the rain will move off to the east, but we may continue to see some lingering showers for your Saturday night into early Sunday. And then Sunday, a few showers are possible, especially to the east of Madison, but not expected to see a lot of rain on Sunday. This will mostly be for Saturday afternoon. And then by the time we get to late Sunday and Monday, we're going to see clear skies once again. Now, total rainfall is not expected to be a lot. We are mostly going to see showers, but as I mentioned, a few storms are definitely possible. So overall, about up to a half inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. There is going to be a lot more rain off near Lake Michigan, but out of our region. And as I mentioned, places to the north and west, right in the area where the drought is the worst, which is right around here, it looks like very little rain is expected at all. So unfortunately, although we are going to see rain, we definitely need some more. And I want to point out this will likely impact the Badgers football game as it will be during the afternoon. Now here's a look at the low temperatures for tonight. A fairly mild night, especially for Madison and areas to the south with lows around 60. And then tomorrow with the rainfall, we're still going to see high temperatures in the 70s. But then for Sunday, they are going to be a bit chillier. But Sunday is going to see a lot more sunshine. So for the most part, it's going to be pretty nice on Sunday. Maybe bring, if you have any outdoor plans Sunday, maybe just have a light sweater or something. But for the most part, pretty nice on Sunday. As I mentioned, the rain on Saturday, but we are going to see some warm temperatures. Now, as we get to next week, though, the next 6 to 10 days beyond the weekend, we are expected to see some pretty warm temperatures across Madison. Now, the good news is that we are in the time of year where above average temperatures don't necessarily mean 90s, probably going to stay in the 80s. I don't expect us to get close to 90, but high temperatures in the lower 80s are definitely possible for the middle of next week. And we are going to be dry for the start of the week, but it is becoming increasingly likely that we could see a good amount of rainfall next weekend. Now, it's still several days out. In fact, it's over a week out specifically. But some models are trending a lot of rainfall for next weekend. So that may just be what we need to, at the very least, help the drought that we are seeing. We'll talk more in detail about that as it gets closer. But for sure, expect the warm temperatures during the middle of the week. But like I mentioned, Sunday is my kind of day. High right around 70 and a lot of sunshine.
Maybe bring a poncho if you're going to the Badger game.
Yeah, that's kind of the other big story is we are going to see that rain tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Jacob. A luxury cruise ship is on its way back to port after getting stuck in a remote part of Greenland. The Ocean Explorer cruise vessel was carrying 206 people on board when it got stuck in mud and silt on Monday. It was pulled free by a fishing boat yesterday. Now, the cruise ship is headed to port to get a closer inspection for any damages. A U.S. spacecraft left on the moon may be causing moonquakes. The Apollo 17 lunar module has been on the moon since 1972. It's sitting next to a device that's recording small tremors. The findings offer new insights into how the moon responds to its surroundings and what effects its seismic activities have. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
This year, with my mom no longer with us, it would be an honor to share with you a recipe that she was always in charge of making.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on all new 2023 SUVs.
The spring could just break. Precision is there to help.
We have fully stocked vehicles to fix any problem you have that same day, and we are all over the Madison area.
You're just one phone call away from getting your garage door fixed today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
This month, all CoreTech water-resistant flooring is on sale at Surgenian's. We offer the largest CoreTech selection in Madison. Take advantage of unprecedented sale pricing with 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenian's.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait, call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
.com.
Intuitive sit to start and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Today, Jews around the world are celebrating the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, also known as the Jewish New Year. And unlike the grand celebrations that many of us are used to on New Year's Eve, this is a time of repentance, when families gather around the table for traditional foods, like the one we're making today. It's an old world casserole called simmis that brings together the fruit of the harvest. This is one of the dishes that my mom was always in charge of making. You know, and this year, with her no longer with us, it's my honor to share it with you in her memory. We start by combining a couple cans of sweet potatoes that we've drained, along with some carrots and a can of chunked pineapple. Then we add in pitted dried plums, a bit of OJ, a generous amount of honey, some melted butter, and a little salt. After this gets mixed, it gets baked off until it's heated through. I know, this might sound like an odd combo, but let me tell you, this dish goes perfectly with everything from brisket to roast chicken. It's sweet, comforting, and brimming with tender loving care, just like my mom. To get the recipe for simmis, which we call Old World Harvest Casserole, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found Mom's memorable way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Jacob now, one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, this afternoon is going to be very nice. We'll see partly sunny skies with high temperatures in the upper 70s. But then we do have a chance of rain late tonight into tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon, which will likely impact the Badgers football game. And temperatures will cool off a bit. Highs will be in the middle to lower 70s for Saturday and then around 70 for Sunday. A lot of sunshine to start the week with warm temperatures for the middle of the week. Highs could be in the lower 80s. And then we have a good chance of rain towards the end of the week and next weekend.
All right, the last week of summer. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.